After the chaos of the rampaging marsh giant, the heroes find a new ally in their fight. Kruka is another associate of Rin and looking to join the fight against the lurking dangers of the Gauntlet. I must say, it's a delight to meet another avid reader, no matter how quirky they may be. And all together we read very much. The secret trove of literature that Belcora set aside in the library was filled with extraordinary information. A journal of her past, the workings on the lighthouse, and hints at the potential dangers below, such as the evil, warlike Urtafans, and the dangers of the outer goddess Nimbaloth and her crazed cultists, all told in the book The Whispering Reeds. Lady Gilda also took the time to tear down the patchwork flesh effigy of Belcora, granting us all a semblance of victory after learning such dark tales. In addition, Duffy has more than proved his worth, and the heroes are rewarded with a sought-after ritual to awaken portals.
I'd like to start this session with something we're all advocates for. Let's do a little old-fashioned mental health check-in. How's everyone doing? Well, that's depressing.
Don't everyone jump in there, eh?
No. I was thinking today. Actually, I wanted to ask Duncan first and foremost, mostly because I wanted to put him on the spot. Be like, Dunk, how you doing? Because I feel like I know how James is doing, and I feel like I know how Scott's doing, but I haven't talked to Duncan in a little bit. James, or myself, I'm like, lately have been so much busier than usual, so much busier. And James is always busy, but I know he's also been so much busier than usual. And Scott, I know, is feeling like a shell of a human being at the moment. So I think we have a wide range of how we're feeling. So I was just curious how you're all doing. That's all.
Happy to see your guys' smiling faces.
Oh.
Yeah, that's as much as you're gonna get out of me.
Happy to play some Pathfinder.
I'm happy to see your mustache is cooler and stronger than Scott's.
It took a while, but
Everyone gets there eventually.
I figured Scott would give me a hard time for that, but
Yeah.
I think he's just happy that someone else has a mustache as well.
Mine has some sort of countdown, and then it just stops. Just stops.
Your mustache?
Like, it keeps growing. I just there's no way for it to become better. Max potential
I like
has been
Scott.
hit.
Scott's mustache is the inverted Hitler stash. Like, it's just, there's nothing in the center, and it's all on the sides.
You're not
It's
wrong.
lovely.
It's the best possible version.
yeah, did you do that, or does
Well,
that
that's just
happen?
the way that it is.
Ooh,
It's like I was born Dutch, and they're like, you know what? Let's just stay as far away from that mustache as possible.
mm.
We're the
It's just not an
inverted
option.
Hitler anti-soul patch stash.
But if you kissed Hitler, you'd both have a full mustache going.
Or Michael Jordan.
For that brief time where he was doing
Oh my
Fruit of the
God.
Loom commercials, yeah.
The joke has
Yeah.
been made.
Oh man. Scott, go ahead. Tell me how you doing.
Oof. I got back yesterday from being at a music festival for a week. So let's just say my voice hurts and my legs and my liver. But I'm feeling great.
you're
I feel recharged. I feel like I've regained some positivity for the human experience. You know, like I
Yeah.
met beautiful people and had beautiful times with them and made new friends and enjoyed life with no cell phone, no news, nothing like that. So I'm feeling very good.
And of the whole week, what was your best outfit, do you think?
Oof, it's tough, man, because my partner and I had matching outfits basically every day. So I've got a denim vest as my cat holding a sword in space with lightning hit it. I've got custom desk
Oh yeah.
jacket with fringe and cowboy style. We dressed up as cats one day, and what did I do the other day? Oh, and then I wore my I have a what's called a romp hem, which is a romper, which is shirt and shorts put together. But it's a romp hem as a tuxedo, and that one was very comfortable and nice.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we look great.
And to think Scott's the oldest of the group.
Yeah, man.
And actually, if you want, you could see that cat holding his sword vest on our public Discord, listeners. If you want to join,
If you want
in.
to see some sex appeal.
I saw it posted there the other day.
Yeah, we are recording this about 6 months in the past, so
Yeah,
you're
it's
probably
true.
going to
You know
have
what,
to.
Scott? Throw that on
have to-
Instagram so that we can
Go
guarantee
for it.
someone can find it.
Just come ask. I've got more too. Yeah, but anyways, we love going to those things. It was wonderful. We just met just the greatest people, made a bunch of new friends who we're seeing later in the summer now. And yeah, it was just a wonderful time. So that's me.
Yeah. Wicked. James, how's your no life life?
Yeah, it's been going. I'm at the point where I'm starting to have anxiety attacks when I'm not doing work because I'm that far behind. I had my first
Fun.
full-blown panic attack in probably 3 years last week.
Amazing. That's fun.
And I feel like I'm losing everything, my grip on everything all the time. Anytime I take time for myself, I feel like I'm letting somebody down.
August can't come fast enough, eh?
September.
And you're adding a
Yeah,
move into
yeah.
the mix, right? That sounds
and
great.
this heat is yeah, that'll be near the end of it. So we're recording this in July, listeners, and I don't do well in the heat. This
Yeah,
summer
it's
is
brutal
just
right now.
fucking killing me. Anything above like 15 degrees is too hot for me, and I'm dying. Whenever I get too hot, I just get lethargy. So not only am I panicking because I'm not working enough, my body won't let me. Like I get too hot and I overheat.
No.
So it's just like the perfect storm of hell right now, and I can't wait for the sun to go away for hopefully 4 or 5 months.
Also, listeners, if you could see us right now, the other three guys look like, I don't know, blanched zombies in their skin tone. And I look like a delicious leather bag of holding.
Yeah.
It looks like Papa Bindleford.
Yeah. Everybody thinks I'm joking when I say this, listeners, but if I never had to go outside in the sun again, I'd be just fine.
You're a
Like
psycho.
direct sun. I don't
Direct
mind
sun.
like
That's
sun
fine.
behind the clouds and stuff. but-
I don't mind warm weather, but I'm the same. I don't want to sit in the sun. Like the
No.
last thing I want to do is lay on
Ugh.
on the beach in the sun. I don't know how
the
anyone
best.
enjoys that. It blows my mind how that's a good thing. Like I'm like, no, it's boring.
It's like a
and
warm
it's too
hug.
much.
Do you not like being hugged?
Not really, no.
Yeah, see? Okay, there you go.
I love a good hug, but I only like to hug people that I like. You know, I'm a hugger, no hug, and there's nowhere in between really. If I like you, you'll get a hug. If you don't, you're gonna get a handshake.
Yeah, that sunlight is
I
a way
you
too
were gonna say
huggy
a hand
person.
job.
If I don't like you, you're gonna get a hand job. That's what we call East Coast hospitality.
Here you go, you son of a bitch.
Oh god. Well, enough about us. Let's I mean, I don't know. It feels, I've been so busy lately. It actually feels like it's been forever since the last recording. It hasn't been that long. We just had so much going on and been so busy. I nearly forgot. I think James did too, what we actually did last session. It was a big info dump last session. Last few sessions have been, a little, there's been some combat obviously, but mostly it's just been like lots of crazy moments and reveals and story and info dump, and it's been a lot. How are you guys feeling about all the information that was just dropped on you, and where do you think you're gonna go next?
I'm fucking pumped. This is all I've wanted to do for like the last 2 weeks, is just sit down and play this fucking game, because I want to explore more of this castle.
It's a little alarming when you realize just how much we have obviously missed.
Yeah, I mean, I find it impressive that you managed to find most of it, which is pretty cool. I mean, you've just found this little secret library room, which gave you your ritual for Awakened Portal. It gave you a whole bunch of information on Gauntlet and all the levels below, a bunch of information on Belcora. It gave you the Whispering Reeds book, which is all about Nimbaloth. And you found maps on Volok's table amongst scrolls and stuff that revealed some of the other secret rooms as well. I did remember hearing some chatter about, I think last episode, about tackling the wood golem again. But otherwise, there was another place that you guys hadn't discovered yet or sought out. What was it again?
I really want to get to that guard room. It's on the other side of the author's hall, and I guess there's a secret door that we never found.
The guard room.
Yeah, it's like 3 rooms south of here.
Yeah. South of the author's hall. You're right. Where you fought the 2 cultists that were arguing about flavors.
Right.
Which, by the way, I don't know if I ever gave you that peek behind the scenes, that they were arguing over the flavors, if I remember correctly, of the meat they were eating, and whether or not, like, the ink, if it was inked, it tasted better. And then they were using the violet fungi that you fought to like season as well. And so they were kind of arguing over which one tasted better, seasoned with the fungi or the ink.
That's fun.
Which is just mundane and macabre at the same time.
Well, I was interested in Belcora's diary. It sounds so cool, and it gave us the peek into the levels.
Yeah.
James really spot on with the fact that it was the servants' quarters, and what some of the things were there when we did that review. Now we know library, and then living chambers below that, which makes sense. We've been in a kitchen and Volok's room and all that. Then below that, arena, and then flesh warping laboratories. So I think shit is just gonna start getting fucking crazy.
Yeah. And then you have a prison, and then was it the gardens, the hunting grounds, and what was the last one?
The temple is
the temple.
The temple. Oh. Which one? I was a little, like, there's a part of me that was slightly disappointed that was all revealed, because, like, I think it's been fun to be like, hey, what do you guys think this level you just completed has been about, right? So that's kind of slightly.
It was a little spoilery. It was a little spoilery. Yeah,
but we can still do that, like, maybe room by room to a degree. But then what I would love to do is ask you guys what level that piques your interest the most, and what do you think you'll find there?
The arena, I think.
Arena?
Yeah, I can kind of put an idea behind the rest of the levels, but I don't really understand why they would need like I imagine it's not like a hockey rink, it's more like a coliseum, but I can't imagine why they would need that.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it's just such a big place that in its prime, maybe they just need to entertain some people. They like,
it's possible, yeah.
Shit ton of employees living here, like,
yeah. Or they just need something to fight their flesh warps in.
Yeah, maybe the ones, like, when they're done with one experiment and it didn't go so well, they just fire the flesh warp in the arena.
That's
Gets
fair.
a prisoner.
Yeah, I guess so. I just imagine like the whole floor being an arena, and I can't. I guess that's probably not true. There's probably like dressing rooms and stuff like that, but
training areas, seats,
maybe the armory,
VIP box. Ooh, armory would be a real nice touch,
wouldn't it? All right, cool. So everyone's curious with the arena. That's understandable, I'd say. Like, like exactly what purpose does that hold in this this complex? Well, I mean, speaking of those floors too, let's not forget you had another topic revealed for your research, and this secure room is a new library to research. You have 3 on this level to research through, and yeah, flesh warping is now available to you. So that's fun. What do you guys want to do next? You've just spent like a solid, I think, 8 hours in this room studying and standing guard and all this stuff. So what's on your to-do list?
I mean, I definitely want to hit that guard room just to make sure there's no remnants of. I guess I want to say resistance, but that's probably not the right term for the people who would live here. I guess make sure this
danger that could leak into the town or come in from behind.
Yeah, that's really it. Is make sure that we can't be flanked or surprised by anything anymore.
Yeah, I'm super cool with that.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, because I think that's the only room we have left, right? It's the guard room and then the subterranean grotto.
That I want to check out too. I'm excited.
Yeah. And again, just the wood golem room. You haven't defeated it, so you haven't explored the room. You've been in, but you don't really know what it's about.
That's
true.
I
don't think we're ready to take on the golem, but I guess we could try.
Yeah, let's start with the guard room.
Yeah, let's just do everything else first. We'll completion it. Oh God.
It's going for the platinum trophy.
Completionist it.
Is that supposed to be a better sentence?
That's what I was trying to say. That's the worst part.
All right. Well, head on down to the author's hall, which is a disgusting room filled with rancid old blood and decay caked all over the shelves and the floor. And you pop your way down, Gilda in the lead, to the southern wall. You start feeling along the wall for a secret door. And you don't find anything at all. And as you start to sort of try and find a brick or, some sort of hook or whatever, you just give it a little nudge and it just gives way.
Okay.
Like it's just a seamless door in the wall. And it, of course, leads to a 10-foot long hallway with another door at the end. Typical.
Of course. Gilda will take the defend action. Give the hallway a quick look around for traps, because if it's not locked, she's assuming that the hallway is trapped.
You discover a nothing.
Okay.
So I will follow along and check for magic.
Krugga will come in right behind. That was Krugga, not Krugga.
I was gonna say. All right, Gilda.
I guess she'll listen at the door. This isn't really her specialty, but
sure. Nothing.
Okay. And Tulak's not detecting any magic or anything?
Let's say he detects only something that feels residual. He's felt residual magic before, and he's getting the same sort of ping beyond this door.
Okay.
I feel like something was here that was magical. Maybe it's gone now. Its power left behind something lingering. Let's move forth.
Right. Well, be ready, gents. And she will raise her shield, taking the defend action. And open the door.
You crack the door to a empty room with a small alcove that has inlaid runes of silver on the eastern side. It's another much smaller teleportation circle.
Which also we need to start wakening up now that we have this ritual. 1 hour per.
I mean, we can try it after we clear this guard room out.
Let's do it.
It's pretty much just going to be you, I think, the way rituals work. But we'll get into that when we get there.
Yeah.
All right. She will listen at this door, excited at the prospect of another teleportation circle.
There's so many now. It's crazy. She listened. She hear nothing.
Okay, still taking the defend action. She will open.
Creeps up behind her, getting a little too close.
She will open the door.
opens the door to a hallway that leads 15 more feet south, and it appears to veer to the east. And you can kind of see the top of a stair just from where you're standing.
She will switch to the scout action and try to quietly step forward.
Okay.
Her half plate jangling.
You step forward, Kruka, on Lady Gilda's heels, taking any actions.
He's going to scout behind and stay 10 feet behind her.
Okay. Well, if he scouts, then Lady Gilda, maybe you ought to go back to your defend. That's not going to.
Yeah, if Kruka's gonna scout, then she will defend.
Okay.
Tulok is in between the two of them, like a half-elf sandwich. Wait, no, because you're half-elf too, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're
like a half-elf cake.
A double meat open face sandwich.
Just the way you like it.
Moving forward, Lady Gilda, you get to the top of the stairs and you peek down, and it seems to lead into a cavernous room, and you can kind of hear some sloshing water sounds dripping, echoing into the stairwell. What do you do, Lady Gilda?
So I'm at kind of an impasse where I don't know if she is smart enough to put together that teleportation circle probably just leads to the guard chamber, which is what makes this the guard room on the map.
Mm-hmm. The guard chamber where?
On the same level. There's one on the library level just south of the prison.
Right.
But that's what I'm assuming. Otherwise, I don't know why this would be called the guard room on a map.
Yeah, I think you know because you have the ritual at the very least, and all evidence so far seems to indicate that one circle leads to another circle.
Right.
You found no such circle in that other guard room. So not a bad instinct. Teleport from one guard room to the other, but it doesn't appear that would be the case because there is no receiving end. But then maybe it's hidden or gone.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it leads to a lower level or something like that. She's very confused as to why this would be the guard room on the map for on Bullock's map. So she will head down the stairs, continuing to take the defend action.
Okay. You head down to the base of the stairs and step into this cavern. Again, dripping, sloshing sound of water that echoes off the chamber walls. The air is cold and damp. To the east is a sizable pond, and a lazy rivulet of overflow trickles to the north down a sloping tunnel, while a 5-foot diameter opening gapes in the ceiling above the center of the pool. And Scott,
yes,
could you make this noise for me? Okay, keep that going. Duncan, can you do it too? And then James. This is what you hear, Lady Gilda.
Well, that was fun.
As peeking out of the water is an amorphous blob of yammering mouths and oozy flesh, gibbering and sliding towards you. And it looks like this.
Okay. Definitely something.
And we're going to roll for initiative.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
All right. Lady Gilda.
Not ideal with a 17.
Okay. All right. Kruka, let's do you next.
Less ideal with a 10.
Ooh. Taking up the rear with a 10. How about you, Tulok?
Tulok's got a actually pretty hot 23. He's ready to rock.
Oh, all right. Okay. Let's begin combat. First up, this mound of flesh and mouths and eyes that looks like really, really large piece of chewing gum, I would say, and just tossed in with eyeballs and teeth, but not like the gummy teeth that are really fun and delicious. Really, really nasty biting ones. And this creature is going to...
We're just going to let you gloss over gummy teeth. What parallel universe are you living in?
But you're right, the gummy candies.
The vampire teeth.
The vampire teeth. They're
What?
Gummy candy.
Oh, I've never seen these before. Candy teeth sounds gross.
Next time you're in the sun.
Let me gloss over. You're the ignorant one.
I guess so. I thought you were talking about like gummy incisors or something like that, or like just a big old bag of gummy molars. Just weird
9
shit.
out of 10 dentists recommend brushing to prevent gummy teeth.
This this creature emerges from the water onto the rocky land right next to you, Lady Gilda, just murmuring, and this like really like cacophonous choir of voices coming from the same creature, and it attempts to enter your space. I need you to roll me a reflex save as it pushes into you and starts to wrap its amorphous body around you.
That is a 22.
That is a meat to beat.
Nice.
Excellent.
You have the choice of either being pushed to either side or being pushed back, as it does force its way into your space, regardless.
I would like to go west, please.
Okay. So you are shunted to the side as this creature moves into your area, and as it's doing this, it does attempt to get one of its mouths around any part of your body it can, and it strikes with a bite, with a jaws attack for a 32 to hit.
32 is a hit, yeah.
Okay, and you're gonna take, let's see here, 12 piercing damage, and as it manages to latch onto you somewhere, it tears a bit of your flesh away, and you are now bleeding for 1d4.
Okay, I'm going to shield block that
Okay.
to reduce it by 8. So, sorry, what was the damage total?
It was 12.
12.
Next up is Master Tulak.
All right, Tulak will step into the room, moving to the east, and then stepping to the north, just getting a little bit of distance between himself and this creature, and would like to roll a knowledge check on it.
Okay, knowledge is going to be occultism.
Love that for me.
Let's go. And you got a natural 20.
Nice.
Fuck yeah, I will take that over.
Nice.
This is a very, very classic creature known as a gibbering mouther. And anyone listen to the Last Canon podcast, every time this creature comes up, everyone gets scared. They are extremely strange creatures. They're found either above ground or below. They're perpetually ravenous. They're aberrations and are always seeking their next meals, ever eating but never sated. With a nominal intelligence, gibbering mouthers can understand and speak Aklo, but they do so in an intelligible manner only rarely. So it's just you're not really ever going to get through. Instead, their innumerable mouths constantly jabber and babble in a stream of sound that disrupts the thought patterns of other creatures in the area. I actually made a mistake here. Tulak, I need you to roll me a will save, which should have happened at the start of your turn.
I'm going to use a hero point.
Okay. Why, did you roll real bad?
Oh, fuck around. I rolled a 14, a 5 on the die for 14, and then I rolled a natural 1. So,
Oh, no. I'm afraid, good sir, you are confused. As this aura of gibbering starts to confuse your mind, muddle your thoughts. And you are confused for 1 round, which means you are flat-footed.
Yep.
And you don't treat anyone as your ally. You cannot delay, ready, or use reactions. You can use all your actions to strike or attack offensive cantrips, though the GM can have you use other actions to facilitate the attacks, such as draw a weapon or move, and so on and so forth. If you have no viable targets, you will target yourself, and automatically hitting but never critting, so on and so forth. Each time you take damage from an attack or spell, you can attempt a flat check to recover. But you only have 1 round on this. It's just a momentary lapse. Given the order of operations, I'm not so sure that you could have pulled that recall knowledge off.
Okay.
Because I did kind of fuck it up here.
So how do you want to go about
I'll
this?
tell you what. I'm going to roll a D100. We're going to play fast and loose here. I'm going to roll a D100. You have a 50% chance that you were able to, like, register the information before the confusion hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And if you did, you don't get to relay it, which means I will hold it off until your confusion ends. 51 or higher. I rolled a 77. So you got your recall knowledge, but I'm not going to give you the information until your confusion's done, so you can't help your allies.
Okay, that's fair.
You moved in, recalled knowledge, got confused, started to move away. You have a single action to spend here, and I think you're, what's going to happen is you tried to move away because you started to realize what this creature was. Confusion hits you, and you turn back around and you just start marching towards the creature because you want a target. So you just get yourself back into harm's way. That's what your confusion has affected you with.
All right, you son of a bitch. I would have said tentacular limbs would have been a good cast for that last move, but you know what?
I was considering
You are the GM.
Yeah. No, you march back in.
All right.
Lady Gilda, you're up.
Gilda, not really sure what's just happened because I'm not really sure what just happened in the last round. Is going to first and foremost raise that shield.
Actually, first and foremost, sorry, you need to roll will save.
Okay. That's a 15.
That is a failure.
Okay.
You were also confused.
Okay.
Which means no shield, and you are going to randomly strike the nearest target. I don't think you can actually hit Tulakum here, so I think you're just going to start punching the gibbering mouther.
Okay. With all 3 actions then?
Yep, pretty much. You can only strike or take offensive cantrips, and anything else is determined by me. You just start flailing wildly, trying to, like, just stop anything from around you.
Okay. Offensive cantrips. Okay.
Yes.
That leaves out Perfected Mind. So, yeah, 3 punches. First one is a 17 to hit.
To miss.
Second one is a 20 to hit.
Miss.
Third one is a 14 to hit.
Miss.
Oh boy.
We are waiting. The first round is being very wasted. You take 2 bleed damage, Lady Gilda, and need a recovery check from you.
16.
That succeeds. So, 2 bleed, and you are recovering already. Krucka, what can you do besides roll a will save? Because that's what you need first.
I was hoping that was far enough away. Okay. Probably from hearing it.
No, it's actually a 60-foot range, and it's an auditory.
Okay. Krucka's got a 28.
Yeah, you're immune for you're immune for a minute, so 10 rounds. So you should be fine. If we get to round 11 for some ungodly reason, we'll come back to it.
I mean, we might.
What do you got?
Basically shake off with that weird babbling that he's hearing, like, sounds like someone did not learn the pronunciation keys. And he will stride into the room. Is it normal terrain to the east of the like the shoreline?
Yeah, I'd say it's rough terrain, but you should have the movement for it.
Anyways.
Yeah, you have just enough, so
Okay,
you're fine there.
so he's gonna rush in, fall into a blind rage.
His big ass orc butchering axe.
Oh yeah. And take a swing for a 31.
Jeez. That's a crit.
Oh, fun.
Fuck
Nice.
Yeah.
Do I
off
count
to
as
a good
flanking?
start from Krucka. You do count as flanking, yeah, definitely.
Okay, excellent.
Okay. So for critical damage here, we have 4 fire damage. And then 28 slashing. For 32 total.
Jesus. Nice, bud. Nice.
Oh my god. Okay, so you do 32 damage to the gibbering mouther, and as you come down with your axe, you slice into it, and you actually like slice a clean slice right through it, and it like this gaping like maw opens up at the side of the creature, and a bunch of teeth just pop out from either end, and it uses its reactive gnaw attack and tries to bite you with the new mouth you just created, which is a 31 to hit against you.
Okay, yeah, that that's actually a crit.
Is it? Crit for crit.
Shit.
You take 34 piercing damage
Okay.
and are now 1d4 times 2 bleeding.
Oh no.
But it's still your turn.
Oh my god, that's a fucking lot.
Well, no, that would be 3 actions: the move, the rage, the swing.
Oh, the move, the rage, and the strike. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's end of your turn, and you're bleeding, so you're immediately going to take 2 bleed damage. Got lucky there, and they need a recovery check.
That is a 19.
Oh, yeah. You're good. All right. Shaking off the bleed. No big deal. Tulak, you are no longer confused, but I do need another... Well, you might be. You need another will save.
Come on, baby. 28.
Okay.
19 on the
You
die.
are immune for 1 minute, so round 12 is when you'll come back. We'll come back to you. What do you got?
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did we rest after we did all that research, or no, we just did all the research? I can't remember our order of operations.
Don't remember.
I think we just did all the research, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we
you
rested
fought the
before
marsh
we went
giant
in.
and then like beelined it down to that room and did all your research. You didn't rest after that.
Okay, perfect. Thank
Yeah.
you. Tulak will move about 15 feet northeast. He's not trying to get too far away here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, and then he is going to cast... Oh, first of all, relay the information from my recall knowledge. So my brain, his brain is kind of coming back in, and he's just like, remember where I am. It's a gibbering mouther, and here's what I know about it. And in Tulak's voice, oh, brain fog. This creature, have you seen most of it, to be honest, already? It's got all-around vision, so it actually can't be flanked. Its gibbering aura can mess you up. Wherever it moves, it manipulates the ground, so the stone and earth beneath its body grows soft and muddy, remaining so for a minute, causing difficult terrain wherever it moves. So it can start kind of like messing up. Even if that spot there, Kruka, wasn't normally difficult terrain, it would have been now because it passed through that. Actually, no, that's not true. It passed through this one down here, didn't it? Yeah.
To the south. So that is difficult terrain, guaranteed. And it can bite. It can shoot spittle at you, which can burn your eyes and cause you to have dazzled or blinded conditions. And perhaps most dangerously, it can engulf you.
Cool.
And,
I've never fought or run a gibbering mouther before, so this is all just horrifying to me.
Being engulfed is terrifying.
Yeah.
Typically, I think classically, most people have it happen with a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
But this is something very different.
Cool.
Yeah, so it can engulf you, which will then cause you to be grabbed, slowed, start suffocating, and it can still chew on you from the inside.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, though. Other than the fact that it's actually weak 2. It's got bludgeoning 5 weakness. It's good.
Perfect.
All right. And is it undead?
It is not. It's an aberration.
All right. Allow me, if I will. He... Damn it.
No, keep it. I love it.
I just don't know what to do here. I am almost out of spells. I'm having a real tough time here.
You must have spent a lot on the Marsh Giant, did you?
Well, and I spent like a metric fuck ton to read that book over and over again for 8 hours.
Oh, that's right. I
Comprehend
forgot
language.
about that. Oh, man. Metric
So-
buttload.
Yeah.
What about like chill touch or something like that? Or
Well-
guidance.
Can I just what I want to ask is, can I walk it back and cast Chill Touch before I moved away if I already had that information?
Yeah, because you moved before asking me for the information, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, you attempt a basic Fortitude save, please. Fortitude save. Oh my god. Can't
Do
speak.
you not have to roll to hit?
No, you fortitude save.
Oh, okay. Allow me to do that. 17.
That is a fail.
Damn. What do you do to me?
And to you, I do. Bum, 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 bum. Not so good. 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
And that is it.
All right. All right. And then you're what? Moving away now?
Moving northeast, and then that is his turn after he
Okay.
conveys everything to his friends.
Gotcha, Lady Gilda. Confusion's shaking off, but it might retain. Roll me
It's
that
not the
will
Mouther's
save.
turn.
We missed the Mouther?
The Mouther
Think
actually might
so.
have supposed to go before me.
Oh, yeah, it totally was. That's fine, because it was going to just keep attacking the two people closest to it anyway. So let's go with... There's going to be another bite over towards Krucka. Whoobly. 29 to hit. It's got a big hit.
That's a hit.
You take another 17 piercing damage, and you're bleeding again.
Holy.
And now it will... it struck you. So it's going to spend an action and grab you with that bite. Part of its
Okay.
weird body wraps itself around like the handle of your axe and part of your hand or some weird, disgusting thing like that. And then it's going to attempt another bite with you flat-footed with a natural
Sweet.
20
Oh no.
Fuck.
or a 29.
This is bad.
this is real bad.
What's
yeah.
your other backup character, Duncan? Mystic
he ain't
the
dead.
Slouch?
Oh my god, he ain't dead yet, but fuck me, he's gonna be bleeding all over the place here. That's 29 damage. Are you down?
I'm down, but I will use my Orc Ferocity reaction to bring me from 0 HP to 1
Oh,
HP.
amazing.
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Excellent save, man.
Ferocity is so badass. However, doesn't it give you the wounded condition? I thought I read that. Or maybe I'm thinking of a different feat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you avoid being
Your
knocked
wounding
out.
condition increases by 1.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is very dangerous.
Not really.
Like-
In this situation, it's kind of a wash. Because he would have went down to a crit, so he'd be wounded too.
Oh yeah, true enough. True
Yeah.
enough. It's actually a pretty
Right, yeah.
smart move then. That's great. But no, he wouldn't have been wounded too. He would have been dying too. But still.
Dying to, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So if he goes down to the bleed damage, he's going to go down to
Mhm.
dying to anyway.
Yeah.
So
So as this thing gets chilled touch, it's just absolutely coming at Krucka, who's just enduring with his Orc Ferocity. And now it is Lady Gilla's turn. What do you got? Besides a will save.
it's 25 on the will save.
Okay, yeah. So round 13, we'll come back to you.
Okay. She will raise, because I don't think she can get to Krucka, even though he's not looking great. She will strike this thing to try and draw its attention. Wait. Did you say it's immune to flat-footed because it's blind, or can't be flanked?
It can't be flanked.
Second action, she will strike. So I don't think she can get to Krucka. So that's a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Be nice if I could roll higher than a 10. 10 points of bludgeoning, or 11 points of bludgeoning, and 6 points of positive.
It reacts really poorly to the bludgeoning, taking an extra 5 damage and 6 positive. Okay, pretty decent hit, given the weakness. Are you gonna punch again?
I want to, but I'm tempted to try and grapple it. Though I know that that's a bad
Okay.
idea, but the idea of pulling it off Krucka.
Right, it's got Krucka grabbed now. You're just gonna create a daisy chain of grabbed here.
Yeah. I mean, like, my first instinct is to push it, but I'm not going to push them both into the water.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think she's just going to punch again at a -4. I'm sorry, Krucka. I can't do much else from where I'm standing. Because even with the difficult terrain, it's not going to do a whole lot for her.
Yeah.
That is a 15 to hit. I'll throw in my hero point to re-roll that.
Okay.
That's another 15 to hit.
Brutal.
Sorry, Duncan.
Okay. Trucka,
Oh, it's okay.
you're looking a bit rough.
If there's any way you can get in touching distance, I can lay on hands next round.
Got a health potion.
Yeah, well, I guess I'll have to try to not be grabbed. Is the start
Yeah,
of
the
this.
problem is southbound is difficult terrain, and then northbound she can't really climb that barrier without blowing probably more than one action. So you can clearly see a wall
Right.
on the stairs.
But if
there.
I could get,
But if you could get on the
if I could go
stairs,
southwest.
well, even if you could get on the stairs, I might be able to reach over and do it, depending on the GM's discretion there.
I think we did just kind of say that since Tulak was on there and you couldn't reach around.
Do you have health potions?
Yeah, there's a bit of a blind corner there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, first things first is you gotta, if you want to do anything or move anything, you want to break this grab probably, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have to break the
Yep.
grapple, which
So you can athletics, acrobatics, or unarmed strike.
I'll go with an unarmed strike.
Okay. So unarmed strike that doesn't do any damage.
Or 24.
24. That that succeeds.
nice.
Nice.
Just barely. Okay, you are no longer grabbed. You now have some movement.
If I skirt around the coast here,
So you loop around the creature and you have one more action left.
so he's going to draw a lesser healing.
Okay. Draws a healing potion. And so changing your grip on your two-handed weapon is free, but putting it back on is going to cost you one action. So now that you have this potion in your hand, you can't attack with your axe until you spend an action adjusting that.
sucks. So dumb.
And I'm afraid it's the end of your turn, so you are going to take bleed damage, which is just going to take you down because you're 1 hit point, right?
Yep.
So you're going to drop to dying 2, and I need you to roll me both those recovery checks for the first
Can I
and
do a
second.
heroic recovery right now?
Yes. To automatically stabilize, for sure. So you'll be wounded 2.
Yep.
And stabilize. I still need those recovery checks, though.
First one is a 6.
Okay. No dice.
Second one's a 16.
Okay, that one clears. Okay, you still got some bleeding going on. The gibbering mouther's turn is going to launch some spittle at Tulak for a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
I will
take
use my
9
reaction to retributive. Fuck. No, never mind. He's not within
Too
15
far away?
feet.
Oh,
Yep.
no. 9 acid damage, and I need a fortitude save as this acid tries to splash into your eyes. Ugh. This creature's kind of fucking you up.
It's a 15.
No dice. You are dazzled for 1 round. Dazzled means all creatures are concealed to you, so you can have to roll a DC 5 flat check if you want to strike it.
Okay.
And then it is going to attempt to engulf Lady Gilda again. I need a reflex save.
Okay. Out of hero points, so wish me luck here.
Wish you luck. Are we gonna TPK right now?
I guess it's possible.
It's
That is a natural 20 for a 28.
Oh,
Ew.
bastard.
fucking love that.
All right. You succeed again. Oh, man. So do you want to be shunted backwards or to the side? You got east and south, west and south.
West, please. Draw this thing
West,
away
okay.
from Tulak.
Gotcha. Shoves over. It's kind of almost out of eyesight for Tulak now. Getting there. And that's going to be its turn. It is Tulak's turn.
Can I see it? I think I can.
Yeah, you don't have a direct line of sight like straight from you, but like your telekinetic projectile, for example, would still work because you could fling that from like a random direction kind of thing.
Perfect.
But if you were shooting a bow, it would have cover,
got it.
for example.
Okay.
Straight around one of those awkward corners.
Yeah, Tulak is gonna look at this thing. He says, "You foul, disgusting beast. Let go of my friends. We'll drown you in this underground lake and you'll never see the light again with any of your eyes." let go and be free of this place. And it will attempt to demoralize this son of a bitch.
Okay.
21.
21 against my will DC? That succeeds.
Yeah.
It doesn't have any immunity, so it gains the frightened one condition as you threaten it from behind, teasing it because it didn't manage to engulf your friend, although you might not have said it in the right language. You speak Aklo?
Oh, so -4.
Oh.
17.
Let me just double check. Oh, yeah, it only speaks Aklo. So it's not a success at the end of the day.
Wah, wah.
Womp womp.
Okay, so I'm rolling a D100 to try to figure out if I'm gonna hit this thing with my telekinetic.
No, it's just D20. DC 5 flat check. Flat D20 roll.
Okay, well, I hit it, dog, because I rolled a 7 on a D20.
Oh, fancy you.
But we have to see if I actually hit it. 23.
That hits.
Perfect. And sorry, this is a river's stone I'm throwing at it. So
Okay.
it's gonna be 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning, and it takes an extra 5. Good strategy. That's your turn?
Yes, sir.
Lady Gilda.
First
You gonna kill this thing
action.
or save your friend.
I mean, considering she just lost somebody like in the last episode,
Yeah.
she will lean down and lay on hands with her first action to Kruka. That is 18 points of healing back.
Thank you. Very good.
Second action, she will strike out. That is a 28 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, that is 12 points of bludgeoning and 3 points of positive.
Okay. Good hit. Good hit. This thing is sort of bleeding all over the place from all these weird orifices and mouths, and I think you've blackened a couple of its eyes.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Okay. Yeah, third action, she'll take another strike. The map -4. That's an 18 to hit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I knew I should have raised the fucking shield.
All right, Kruka. You're prone, but you're awake, and you're feeling a little bit better, but you're still bleeding, I think, unless bleed is removed from the lay on hands in some fashion.
I don't believe it would be.
It is magical healing, so
I mean, persistent damage is what it's technically called. So things like restoring you to your maximum HP would stop persistent bleed, as an example. So it's still bleeding.
okay.
What do you want to do, Kruka?
First action, stand up. Second action, he's going to down that potion
Good call.
for 4 HP back. Third action, he is going to forget I had changed my
Yeah, I
grip.
changed your grip there. You could always punch it. You get a free hand now.
True. Yeah. That's, I guess.
Well, it's not
unarmed
an attack.
strikes-
You just kick it, really. Like, you could do something like that.
In that case, he will unarmed strike
Probably a good call.
for a 25 to hit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
5
great
hit,
call.
yeah. You're actually a decent unarmed striker. You don't do much damage, but
8 bludgeoning. So
8
plus
bludgeoning.
5.
Yeah, this is the perfect time for it. It's going to take another 5 on top of that. Another eye blackens. Probably a couple teeth go flying into the water. Plunk, plunk. An eyeball starts falling out, hanging from the tendons in the socket. Blech.
Gross.
Kruka, you take 3 persistent bleed. Roll me another recovery.
Come on, baby.
That one.
Ugh.
1, okay. No dice. So take your 3 bleed, and it is the gibbering mouther's turn. Who is going to... I think it's going to try its hand one more time at engulfing Lady Gilda. Reflex save, please.
This will be the time. That's another natural 20 for a 28.
Oh,
Hey.
bastard! Why?
Fuck yeah.
Oh, come on. I just want to engulf one person for, like, 1 round. Is that so much to ask?
Yep. Yep, apparently it is.
Ah. Okay, you get shunted backwards, and this thing moves up, and it's going to Jaws attack you for a 28 to hit.
28 is a hit.
You take 12 piercing, and you're now bleeding again as this thing just keeps adding little gashes and wounds to you. This thing is totally out of your sight now, Tulak,
Yep.
but it is your turn.
All right. Terrain is making it a little difficult as it's moved through there and kind of fucked it all up.
Yep.
So he'll move to the southwest with his first action, and then reaching towards the cave ceiling, he brings down a stone upon the head of the gibbering mouther. Can I see again?
Oh, the dazzled. Good question. No, it was just for 1 round, so you're good now.
Okay, so that is going to be a 21 to hit. Stone coming down from the ceiling, which is a miss.
No, that's a hit.
Ooh.
Nice, buddy.
Fucking right. Let's keep it going. And for damage is 13 points of bludgeoning.
Okay, 13 points of bludgeoning. It only has 12 hit points left.
Oh!
Oh,
How
finally.
do you finish off the gibbering mouther with this stone from the ceiling?
Fucking right, little stalagmite? Slide tight. Because they hold tight to the ceiling.
Stalactite. C for ceiling, G for ground. As a lesson you would have learned if you listened to Encounter This, available on all your podcasting platforms.
Encounter This brought to you by the Uncharted North Network.
Yeah, that's true.
Indeed, indubitably. Yeah, you squash this thing. I think what happens is you go to pull down a stalactite, and maybe your brain goes, "Oh wait, that might do piercing damage." And so you stop, and like a piece breaks off, and then there's this big crack through the stalactite, and the piece goes flying, and all of a sudden it just crumbles and falls down into like a rain of stone and rock that probably causes Lady Gilda to jump back real quick, and Krucka as well, and this thing just gets pummeled into a bloody mess of flesh and teeth and eyes and tongues, and we are out of combat. But I guess I do need
Got some flat checks to roll here.
recovery checks here. Yeah, Krucka, you're gonna take 3 bleed,
Okay.
and they yield a 2. Roll me some flat checks.
I got a 14.
I got a 2.
You guys are still bleeding. Now you have the opportunity to administer first aid if you want. See if you can't end it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sound like Duke Nukem.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I model my life.
I think Gilda is just going to attempt to treat wounds on Krucka.
Krucka can try to treat wounds on himself first.
Okay.
He does have healer's tools.
Well, you're immune for an hour,
Yeah.
but I can aid depending on what skill you're using.
Well, what's your medicine?
8.
Okay. I'm gonna do nature because I have natural healing and I can just go off that. Get a +9 there. So.
I'll attempt an aid.
Okay.
And I fail.
So does Krucka.
Oh, no.
Not good.
Okay. What is the first aid check? Is that just a medicine to stop the bleeding?
Basically, yeah.
She'll attempt that on Krucka first. It's 23.
Yeah, that should do it. That'll stop the bleeding.
And then a 19 for herself.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I think that's good. You're good mostly because those are okay rolls, and I don't want to keep rolling bleed checks because it's kind of boring.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. You have this disgusting mess under a pile of rocks now, and you have a moment to breathe. Krucka is raging for a little bit longer, but it falls off after combat usually. And he's wounded too, so that's a dangerous place to be.
Especially with the frequency that you crit him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He's taking over my crown.
All right, so you have this cave. Again, there's a pool to the right, this little island, or to the east, little island in it with a hole that leads up through the ceiling. And the rivulet leads north, deeper into a cave. And then the cave does extend a bit to the southwest as well and seems to sort of zigzag and go narrow for a little ways. The pool itself is 5 feet deep, ceiling 15 feet high. The hole extends a further 25 feet. That you can see to some sort of ceiling above. Yeah. And yeah.
Is this area the pool that was under the well?
Yeah. Oh, maybe.
So are these all the voices that we heard when we were listening down the well and then we never went down?
That's a hero point.
Yeah.
Nice call, buddy.
Yeah, it's a great remember on that. I wasn't sure if you guys were going to remember the cacophony of voices from that.
No.
You guys passed over pretty quick.
I'm super glad we didn't go down there like you fucking suggested, Scott.
Yeah. That would have messed you up.
Well, it's so interesting because back then I thought it was just gonna be like a group of Morlocks, because we had only seen Mitflits, then Morlocks, but obviously we get down here and it's ghouls and also creepy other shit.
Yeah, fair enough. So do we want to keep going in the grotto, or do we want to take a rest? I know everybody but me is not looking great.
Yeah, rest would probably be good.
Yeah. Tulak needs spell slots. He's looking okay, but he needs spell slots, and Kraka's in rough shape.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
Tulak can always kind of keep pushing just because my telekinetic projectile's pretty fucking strong actually these days. I wouldn't mind doing a quick search of the room.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we've got like 100 feet left on this passageway, I think, before it looks like on the map it circles around to that reading room where we found Augril.
I always knew there was a fucking door there.
But yeah, let's do a search of the subterranean grotto and why it's behind a secret door. Is the gibbering mouther the trap?
Maybe there's a way out.
Yeah, that's possible.
I feel like there was a way out to the outside from here.
Okay, well, let's...
According to your map, there was what did it say? To the west, there was to the subterranean caves or something like that, or to what was it?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
to coastal caves.
To coastal caves. That makes sense. Does it say anything about the north here?
No, it just looks like it closes off.
According to the map, there is no way north, but there clearly is. For that, you can tell it's a tight squeeze, but it does go down a slope to this northern side. The other side, 2 coastal caves. You'd have to maybe take a look a little bit further if you want a little more information on that. But
Yeah, I think we should probably rest first. I mean, let's search this room.
Yeah.
And then let's just take a long rest up in Belcora's reading room again.
skip to the reading room. Have yourselves a sweet little rest. Let's pump this clock at least 9 hours.
I'm going to do some rolls off screen.
Okay. Augril can help with a watch while he reads his books. We'll call it 10 hours, actually, with preparation and taking some rotations.
Sounds good to me.
Kruk, suppose you could probably take the first watch, and after an hour, do a treat wounds on yourself. See if you can't...
After an hour, I'll just pass him the compass.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking.
Oh, okay. Cool. Still going to have to roll that to get rid of the wounded, though.
Yep. Yeah, he gets it.
Okay, cool. No longer wounded, and by the time the rest is done, you'll be nice and full health. Tulak, you too, probably. What are you missing, Tulak? Yeah, you're down. Oh, yeah, you're not down much.
No. Down 9, I think.
Down 9. A rest will give you 7 automatically back, so. Cool. Rested. Spell slots back. What next?
I think that we should just continue searching through the cave. Let's just fucking find it all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair.
You want to go north or to the coastal caves first to the west?
You guys can go north if you want to. Gilda is not going to risk that ledge in her heavy armor.
Oh, to be fair, it's not a ledge. It's just it's a really small rivulet of water that's going down there, and it's a tight like corridor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not a ledge, and it just slowly slopes.
If
down.
she steps into the water, can she touch the bottom?
Yep.
Okay, then I'm not too worried about it.
Okay. Probably go north first.
And she will take the defend action while they're going.
And I am avoiding notice as I go.
And Kruk is scouting. Take the stairs.
All right. Yeah, I mean, that's what you do. You go down this really narrow hallway. It slopes down and winds around and eventually comes out to a continuously winding tunnel that eventually opens up. Lady Gilda, you find to be just below the pavilion where you saw Jal. You are now at the water and ground level below it, rather than on the stonework.
Oh, crazy. This is where all those giant fucking mushrooms are and shit.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, as soon as she recognizes that, she starts moving backwards because she does not want to fuck with Joel right now.
How does that work?
As you peek around, you can see, like, you probably saw before, like the cave that this pavilion is in does like go to the south, and there's an opening in the cave to the northwest as well.
Yeah, I can't actually see that, but yeah, yeah. So she'll backpedal and reevaluate with Tulok and Kruka. This is challenging to navigate. And I don't know if they want to fuck with Joel.
No, not yet, at
No,
least.
probably not.
Okay.
There's a part of me that just really wish we had, like, fucking Sparta'd him off of the ledge and down with the gibbering mouther.
I mean,
it would have been a ways for him to travel to get to the gibbering mouther, but
yeah, it's pretty sizable on the other side of that map. So Gilda will explain what she saw down there, and wait for a consensus of which direction to go. She still thinks they should head west.
Works for me.
Yeah, if that's what we're faced with down there, I'd say west is our best bet.
Does Kruka know Joel?
yeah. That's a good question. How long's Kruka been in the
I
area?
suppose he's been there for most of his life.
He'd probably be familiar with who Joel is.
Yeah,
How old is Kruka?
middle age, like 40, I think.
So yeah, he was probably around when the whole event happened 30 years ago.
Right.
And he was probably, friendly with the druids then too. So even if you didn't know him personally, you probably met him at some point or another.
Snap.
So it's quite the callback, probably having that information revealed to you. Lady Gilda coming back. Yeah, let's not go there just yet.
Deal.
You ever heard of that Joel guy?
Yeah, I wonder where Kruka falls on the issue. Like, if he thinks that he's a murderer and deserves to be captured. Like, I mean, that's a real discussion they should probably be having at this point.
Yeah, because Tulok didn't really know him. He just knows of him.
Yeah, I don't think Kruka knows him well enough to say, let's bust in and, ruin this guy's day kind of thing.
Gotcha. Okay, so they have that tight little discussion and make their way down the west passageway.
All right. You loop your way around the tight tunnel to the west. At some point, Lady Gilda, you find yourself seeing a door in the northern wall, where the wall is no longer just a natural cavern, but seems to be carved. And it's a secret door that leads to the room where you met Algrail.
Oh, okay. There it is.
It pops up behind one of the sofas in that the visitor's reading room, it's called.
Neat.
Where there was the water fixture and stuff in the center and all the dead plants. The caves, however, continue west and south, and they are winding and deep and go for a very, very long time. Do you want to explore them fully?
How dark are they?
Dark.
What direction are they going?
They are winding all over the place, but they generally seem to be going west and south, and then a little bit north, but mostly west.
That's
We just rested.
that's a group decision. What do you guys think?
I think that we should follow down this path. Who knows where it could lead, and what advantage it could give them against the town of Otari. Perhaps it even comes closer and the dead could come from here.
She doesn't point out that the dead are buried in the graveyard, but yeah, let's do it. Let's explore the tunnels. She sparks up her compass, and
Okay.
still taking the defend action, she will lead the way.
You travel for hours. I'm going to say about 3 hours worth of trekking through and backpedaling some of these caves. And I want to, let's see here, a nature check from someone.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'd rather not volunteer for that particular check.
Yeah, I get it.
I'll attempt an aid with my cooperative nature, and I got a 16.
Okay, so with the aid, that's 16.
I don't think that's an aid.
Oh, is it not? I thought it was 15.
I think it.
Well, it's not it depends on the DC.
Yeah.
Mostly what I want you to sort out here is that Krucka, you're very familiar with the land, and you've done a lot of exploring, and you're reasonably sure this is just going to lead out to one of the many coastal caves that dot the Isle of Quartos. A lot of times they flood. In fact, as you're traveling, you probably find a couple that are flooded, and you're like, that probably leads out to the ocean, but there's probably no way to get back onto the land safely and stuff. So it just leads to a huge system of them. You also notice along the way, though, Lady Gilda notices, it kind of points out that usually water is what, creates these tunnels and stuff traveling through over a tremendous amount of time. But she finds it odd that there's, no real evidence of like an underground river other than what you found in the back cave. And that makes you realize, Krucka, that something might have dug this out, not with tools, but some sort of creature might have actually dug these tunnels. Creature of reasonable size, for sure. Despite them being tight for you, it's a long stretch, and they change in size and stuff. But it's a tremendous task to do. And you start to eye those tunnels, and you're like, yeah, maybe
that big worm.
Oh, the big worm.
Oh, the purple worm.
Sandworm.
God, I
The
hope
purple
it's not
worm.
a fucking purple worm.
You travel and travel and travel and have to backpedal a bunch, and eventually you find yourself in a system of caves that looked like they were once occupied, and you actually find some underground buildings, like old stuff that look like it would have been in a town once, but they're underground, like an undercity almost, or an undertown. But most of it's like in shambles and collapsed in, and there's a few rooms, but everything is totally barren. As you travel through, you discover some old used planks of wood and barrels. One of them looked like it was set up in a barricade at one point and crumbled. You see evidence of lots of underground creatures like spiders and fungus, and it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And eventually you hit a spot like where you can see you can climb up, and you do, and you find a wall that looks like it's sort of been, recently bricked up.
Okay.
Bricked up is also what the kids are calling boners these days. I found out from my young coworker. So enjoy that.
What's called boners?
Bricked up. You're bricked
Bricked
up,
up?
baby.
Woke up.
There
all
you go.
bricked up
That's
this
for all of
morning.
our 0 under 25 listeners.
Oh god.
They're laughing if they existed. So are we talking Darkland shit here or not quite?
We might be talking under. I mean, I'm metagaming a bit here, but I wonder if it's under Tamili's fishery.
Ooh.
Oh, and
Leading us back to the beginner's box menace under Otari.
the alpaca.
Yeah, it could be the alpaca as well.
Oh yeah, the ruins of the thirsty alpaca.
Yeah.
The collapsed tavern in town.
Gilda will listen at the wall.
Listen at the wall, and you can hear some movement and maybe some voices, some things being shifted around. It's very dull, very dim.
She has no fucking idea what to do about this. Like, there's no world in which breaking it down makes a lot of sense, but also she's 24 and curious as fuck. Like, nothing would give the enemy an advantage quite like having to go through a brick wall unless you are, in fact, the Kool-Aid man.
Oh yeah. So it's
What do you guys think?
What does Krucka think? He's old and maybe curious.
Oh yeah, I'd like to know what's going on
He
under
was-
there.
So you're just gonna try and bust the wall down?
Yeah, I don't have a hammer or anything, so I mean, I guess I could punch the wall.
Use the axe.
Yeah, an axe on brick doesn't make a whole lot of sense, does it?
I use the backside of it.
You can just
Yeah.
roll me an athletics check to see if you can like shoulder your way through it. Get the shield propped up like you were trying to do with the door before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tulok just kind of slinks to the side. He's just like, okay, but if this comes down, be ready for action immediately. And he is going to prepare telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
Okay. Gilda will get a running start and try and Superman this or Captain America this thing with their shield and just fly right through the brick wall.
All right. Roll me in athletics.
It's a 19.
You slam into this brick wall and it just practically explodes outwards.
Oh, okay. I was really worried she was going to break both of her wrists.
It was not very well built. It just explodes inwards. And you just like, it's one of the bricks smashes into a barrel of salted fish, just spills all over the place. And there's a couple workers down there like curing fish, and they just scream, ah! And one of them like falls unconscious, just like passes out immediately from fright. The other one runs up some stairs. He's like, Tamily, it's happening again. It's happening again.
Oh, shit. Good call, James. Holy.
James gets a hero point. Stemming the Tide is an actual play podcast of the Adventure Path Abomination Vaults and is produced by the Uncharted North Network. Stemming the Tide uses trademarks and/or copyrights owned by Paizo Inc., used under Paizo's community use policy. We are expressly prohibited from charging you to use or access this content. Stemming the Tide is not published, endorsed, or specifically approved by Paizo. For more information about Paizo Inc. and Paizo products, visit paizo.com. Music is composed by Will Savino and artwork by Greyhood. Stemming the Tide is recorded remotely using Foundry Virtual Tabletop. If you wish to connect with us or support this project and projects to come, we can be found at unchartednorth.ca, patreon.com/unchartednorth, and on all major social media platforms. Links to all credits can be found in the episode description and our website. Thanks for tuning in.